Have you ever looked at your life and thought, something must be wrong with me? Maybe you're doing everything right, staying positive, working hard, trying to keep it together, yet things still don't flow. That quiet thought creeps in. I'm broken. But here's the truth, my friend. You're not broken. You're simply out of alignment. What you're feeling isn't a flaw, it's an energetic mismatch. Think of it like a radio. When you're tuned between stations, the sound gets fuzzy. You can still hear bits of the song, but it's distorted. That static isn't who you are, it's just interference. Alignment is about tuning your internal frequency so that your signal comes through clearly. In this session, we're going to unpack what alignment truly means, why fixing yourself never works, and how 3 simple shifts can tune you back to your natural state of flow. Because once you learn to tune instead of fix, you start living in harmony with your desires. Let's begin with the biggest illusion that keeps people stuck, the lie of brokenness. From the time we're young, we're trained to compare, to meet standards, chase approval, and measure our worth by outcomes. Somewhere along the way, when things don't go as planned, many of us start believing, it must be me, I'm the problem. That's the moment the illusion slides in. The false belief that being human means being defective. But reality is simpler and far kinder. What you're experiencing isn't brokenness. It's energetic interference. Energy moves through you constantly. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions all radiate frequency. Every being on Earth is a transmitter and receiver of vibration. When you feel harmony, joy, clarity, love, it means your frequency matches your desires. When you feel anxious, lost, or heavy, you've just tuned into a static channel. You haven't failed. Your inner receiver simply drifted off frequency. This shift in understanding changes everything. Instead of judging those low moments, you begin to observe them. Frustration becomes feedback. Sadness becomes information. Awareness is the first step to tuning. You can't adjust what you refuse to hear. Let's talk about what this looks like in everyday life. Imagine a high achiever. She's got her list, her goals, her metrics. Every day she wakes up early, hustles, pours energy into outcomes, but underneath the spreadsheets and affirmations, she feels unseen and exhausted. She wonders, why does success still feel empty? She's not broken. She's simply resonating at the frequency of fear disguised as control. The harder she tries to earn worth, the farther her signal drifts from the vibration of genuine fulfillment. Misalignment happens when we confuse striving with expansion. You can't receive clarity through static. Alignment asks you to pause, breathe, and gently retune. When you start to see brokenness as just a temporary mismatch of energy, self-compassion replaces self-blame. You stop asking, what's wrong with me? And start asking, what frequency am I tuned to right now? That single question opens the doorway to awareness and healing. Here's where it gets powerful. Frequency isn't random, it's shaped by what you focus on. Fear, doubt, criticism, they create noise in your broadcast. Gratitude, love, and trust, they sharpen and clarify your signal. The universe is not punishing or testing you, it's simply mirroring what you're sending out. I remember a student once told me she kept attracting partners who undervalued her. After a few conversations, she realized her internal dialogue was constantly affirming her unworthiness. Once she shifted that frequency, without self-blame, just awareness, her relationships changed almost instantly. The pattern dissolved, not because she fixed herself, but because she retuned her energy. So before you can align, you must first take back your power by dismissing the false story of brokenness. You are energy, not error. Misalignment is feedback, not failure. When you understand that every emotion is information about the frequency you're broadcasting, you stop fearing your feelings. You start listening to them. Now that we've uncovered this lie and reframed what misalignment really means, let's move deeper into how it actually works, through the science and energy of frequency and resonance. Everything in the universe vibrates, every atom, every cell, every thought. You're not separate from that motion. You're a living frequency transmitter. And here's where alignment gets wonderfully practical. Your vibration works like a radio dial. The station's always playing, but if you're even slightly off frequency, all you'll hear is static. The moment you tune just right, the music clears and your energy feels effortless. That's alignment, matching your emotional vibration with the frequency of what you desire. When you say you want abundance, love, or peace, think of those states as specific frequencies broadcasting through the universe. If you're radiating worry or frustration, you're sending out a signal that can't fully receive them. And that's not your fault. It's physics in action. Misalignment simply means the emotional broadcast you're sending doesn't harmonize with the energy of what you're asking for. Now let's bring in emotional resonance. Emotion is energy in motion. It's not random. It's your body translating vibration into feeling. Joy feels expansive because it moves in harmony with higher frequencies. Fear feels tight because it slows and resists that movement. The universe hears emotion the way a receiver picks up tone. It doesn't respond to the words, "I want abundance," but to the deep resonance you hold when you feel abundant. That's why people can repeat affirmations endlessly and still stay stuck. If the words come from insecurity, the signal remains distorted. This is also where science and spirituality beautifully intertwine. Neuroscience shows that repetitive thoughts shape your neural pathways, a process called neuroplasticity. So when you pair elevated emotion with new thought patterns, you're literally rewiring your brain's electromagnetic field. You're teaching your body a new frequency of being. Over time, that new vibration becomes your norm and your outer world syncs to match it. But fake it till you make it doesn't cut it here. The universe can't be fooled by hollow performance. It responds to coherence. If you say, "I'm happy," while feeling bitterness inside, the vibration that actually broadcasts is the bitterness, not the phrase. True resonance is emotional honesty, aligned with intentional choice. The magic happens when your feeling and your thought hum together on the same wavelength. Fear, guilt, or self-doubt, they all pull your vibration down, like dragging heavy weights through water. Meanwhile, gratitude, compassion, and joy lift your frequency, clearing that signal. Even small moments of appreciation can recalibrate your energy field faster than hours of forced positivity. Gratitude is a universal tuner. It bridges science and emotion into coherence. I once worked with a client who religiously recited affirmations, "I am loved," "I am abundant," every morning. Yet she felt frustrated because nothing changed. The turning point came when she stopped forcing belief and simply spent 1 minute remembering a warm memory with her grandmother, the smell of breakfast, the laughter, the ease. That simple recollection shifted her body's emotional resonance. Her words suddenly carried truth. Within weeks, opportunities appeared that mirrored her softer frequency. The affirmations worked, not because of repetition, but because they finally had emotional fuel behind them. Understanding this changes how you approach self-growth. You don't need to fight for transformation. You need to tune for it. Emotion isn't an obstacle. It's your translator between the physical and energetic worlds. Once you learn that vibration and resonance are the mechanics behind manifestation, you realize it's not mystical fluff. It's a natural law. So now that we understand how energy functions, how emotion shapes your frequency, and why authenticity matters more than surface-level positivity, let's bring it back to your daily life. How can you tell when you've drifted off your natural station? Let's move into the clear signals that reveal when you're out of alignment. Let's be real. Misalignment isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's subtle, showing up in the smallest ways. Exhaustion that won't lift, frustration after doing everything right, or endless overthinking that leads nowhere. These are not flaws, they're indicators, like blinking lights on your energetic dashboard. When you learn to read them, you can course correct effortlessly. Here are 3 common signs that you're vibrating off your natural frequency. First sign, forced action. This one's sneaky because it disguises itself as productivity. You keep pushing, forcing outcomes, controlling every detail, just to prove you're doing enough. But the harder you push, the more resistance you meet. That's because forcing is fear-based frequency, the vibration of doubt trying to overpower trust. Real alignment feels fluid. It's not laziness, it's precision. When action flows naturally, you no longer chase. You're guided. Here's a quick scenario. Someone works 80 hours a week chasing success, but constantly feels unseen. They call it ambition, but underneath there's anxiety about worth. That anxious energy contaminates the signal, so results never feel secure. Once that person pauses and tunes into calm confidence instead of urgency, they suddenly attract cooperation, inspiration, and timing that feels effortless. The work hasn't changed. The frequency has. Second sign, negative validation. This is when life starts mirroring back your hidden beliefs. You might say, "I'm confident," but then experience disrespect or rejection that pokes an old wound. It's not punishment, it's feedback. Energy reflects energy. The external world is your echo chamber. If you're radiating unworthiness, you'll see confirmations of it until you retune. Using these moments to adjust rather than react transforms everything. Third sign, energetic exhaustion. This is deeper than physical tiredness. It's when your energy feels drained even after rest. That usually means you've been living or giving from misalignment, doing things that deny your authentic self. Every yes that betrays your truth leaks frequency. You can't uplift others while disconnected from your own source. The remedy isn't more effort but reconnection, returning to practices that rekindle genuine joy and peace. I once had a student who kept describing her streak of bad luck, failed projects, tense relationships, endless fatigue. When we traced it back, she realized every decision she made stemmed from trying to prove she was dependable. Her frequency was broadcasting over responsibility and fear of disappointment. Once she stepped back, said no to one misaligned commitment, and honored her need for stillness, her entire external reality softened. The bad luck broke immediately because she stopped resisting her natural flow. The empowering truth is that misalignment is never permanent. Each sign, forcing, negative mirrors, exhaustion, is just your internal compass telling you to retune. Instead of judging yourself, you pause, breathe, and listen to the signal behind the discomfort. That's real power, perceiving emotion as information. So as you start recognizing these patterns in your life, remember, the universe isn't testing you, it's tutoring you. Every challenge whispers the same message: adjust the dial. And once your frequency clears, synchronicity reappears, energy flows freely, and life begins to reflect your higher vibration. Up next, we'll explore how to shift from recognition to action, because knowing you're misaligned is the first step. But learning how to realign instantly is where transformation truly begins. Now that you can spot misalignment when it happens, let's talk about what to do next. Realignment isn't about fixing yourself or forcing positivity, it's about tuning back to clarity. Think of it like adjusting your radio dial just a few clicks until the music plays clearly again. You're not changing the station, only removing static. These next tools are your micro-tuners, and the beautiful part is they work fast. Here's the first one. Set a timer for 1 minute. Close your eyes and imagine that the thing you want most, peace, love, freedom, has already happened. But instead of visualizing every detail, focus entirely on how it feels. Is it steady, expansive, light? Let that feeling fill your body like warmth spreading through every cell. This single minute teaches your energy field what alignment actually feels like. In that moment, you're not hoping or pretending, you're broadcasting the frequency of having. Why does it work? Because emotion is the transmitter and belief is the stabilizer. If you hold a genuine emotional tone for even 60 seconds, you begin rewiring the neural and vibrational pattern that previously anchored you in doubt. You don't have to maintain that state all day, just touch it often. Short bursts of coherence build momentum faster than long sessions of strained effort. Try this whenever confusion surfaces, and watch how your outer world gently matches the inner broadcast. Next is the gratitude jump. This is your instant frequency elevator. Step 1. Name one tiny thing you can feel grateful for right now. Maybe it's your breath, sunlight, or the softness of your chair. Step 2. Breathe in deeply and expand that gratitude through your chest until it feels real. Picture the thankfulness radiating outward like ripples in water. This isn't about listing blessings, it's about feeling acknowledgement. Gratitude cancels static because it's the emotional equivalent of saying, "I already have enough." That frequency aligns perfectly with receiving more. The universe reads it as stability, not desperation. Each time you practice the gratitude jump, you move your vibration from lack to fulfillment, quietly, powerfully, and immediately. One of my clients tested this during a stressful workday. She paused between meetings, whispered one sentence of heartfelt thanks for her morning coffee, and breathed into that warm memory. The anxiety evaporated so quickly it surprised her. Later that day, the meeting she'd feared turned cooperative and easy. Nothing mystical, just resonance recalibrated through conscious gratitude. Finally, the energetic boundary check. This is about protecting your tuned frequency from unnecessary interference. Once a day, stop and scan. Notice what or who currently drains you. It might be a repeating thought, a conversation loop, or a plan that no longer fits. Identify one small source of resistance and release it, mentally, through breath, or with a simple affirmation like, "This energy is no longer mine to carry." Boundaries aren't walls, they're tuning controls. Each time you detach from misaligned energy without guilt, you strengthen your electromagnetic field. You'll feel lighter because your system isn't trying to harmonize with noise that isn't your song. This act isn't selfish, it's self-respect. Energy management is emotional hygiene, as essential as brushing your teeth. Here's what matters most. Consistency beats intensity. Instead of spending an hour forcing stillness, weave these aligners into the fabric of your day. 1 minute of genuine alignment repeated 5 times holds stronger vibration than sporadic deep dives. Energy likes rhythm. Create tiny rituals. Morning, feel it now. Midday, gratitude jump. Evening, boundary check. Within days, you'll notice emotional steadiness returning because your frequency stays tuned more often than not. When I guided a client through these micro-practices, she was drowning in burnout. She thought alignment needed weekend retreats or major life changes, but we replaced the struggle with 3 daily minutes of conscious tuning. Gradually, her creativity resurfaced, her sleep improved, and opportunities flowed without forcing. She told me, "It feels like someone turned the noise down." That clarity wasn't random. It was resonance stabilized through repetition. Remember, realignment isn't a rescue mission. It's remembering your natural signal. Each tool bridges awareness with emotion, creating coherence between your body's field and your desire's frequency. The more coherent you are, the easier life gets. Not because circumstances vanish, but because your perception tunes to solutions instead of problems. So next time you catch yourself slipping into overthinking or self-doubt, pause. Don't fix, tune. Use the "feel it now" to recall your desired emotion. Jump into gratitude to lift your vibration, or adjust your boundary to preserve clarity. These are fast, compassionate resets that train your energy to stay clear. Alignment isn't achieved by effort, it's maintained by awareness. Each moment you choose coherence over chaos, your broadcast brightens and reality responds. You don't need monumental change. You need steady, gentle retuning. With practice, you'll find that balancing your energy becomes second nature. And once alignment becomes habit, flow returns quietly, like music finally coming through after static fades. Living in alignment isn't a goal you reach once and tick off a list. It's a rhythm you learn to dance with. When you stay tuned to your natural frequency, life starts to feel cooperative instead of competitive. Opportunities flow toward you, not because you work harder, but because you've stopped broadcasting resistance. Alignment becomes less about striving for perfection and more about sustaining coherence, mind, body, and energy in harmony. Aligned action feels entirely different from forced action. It's steady, confident, and guided by inner clarity. You don't hustle blindly, you move with intention. Your decisions come from calm knowing rather than panic or pressure. Imagine walking beside a river instead of swimming against its current. That's the energetic signature of alignment. You conserve energy and magnify impact because you're moving with your own current, not against it. This is also where self-trust deepens. Once you experience alignment repeatedly, you realize that intuition isn't mystical. It's your body interpreting vibrational data faster than your mind can. When you're aligned, you trust impulses, timing, and pauses because they no longer trigger fear. You sense when to act and when to rest. The universe meets that trust halfway by sending confirmations, synchronicities, opportunities, or effortless timing that mirror your internal coherence. One of my clients spent years trying to micromanage her business, terrified that ease meant laziness. The more she controlled, the more doors closed. Eventually, she practiced releasing one task a day to the flow, no spreadsheets, just faith. Within weeks, unexpected collaborations appeared, her income stabilized, and most importantly, she felt peaceful for the first time in years. Alignment didn't magically hand her success. It positioned her to receive it. That's the essence of empowerment, knowing your energy shapes your reality and that you always have access to retuning. Confidence becomes natural because you no longer question your worth or chase validation, you radiate it. When you do, people and circumstances naturally respond to that vibration. Relief is another powerful byproduct. The endless quest to fix yourself fades once you accept that you were never broken. Misalignment was simply feedback guiding you home. Each time you return to your center, shame dissolves, clarity surfaces, and momentum rebuilds from a peaceful base. In that space, manifestation feels less like conjuring and more like remembering what's possible. To maintain alignment, think of your day as an energetic cycle. In the morning, set your frequency intentionally, perhaps through a "feel it now" minute before checking your phone. Midday, when life's noise rises, ground yourself with a gratitude jump. Before bed, run a boundary check to clear lingering resistance. These rituals keep your energy coherent, ensuring that minor disruptions don't spiral into chaos. Over time, you'll notice shifts. You recover faster from setbacks, your creativity feels effortless, and your relationships stabilize because you're showing up authentically. You stop chasing alignment and simply live it. That's when life starts mirroring your truth. People sense your steadiness, opportunities arrive in sync, and you trust the unfolding instead of fearing it. This empowered state is gentle but unmistakable. You're focused yet flexible, manifesting without strain. Alignment becomes your natural default, and the universe responds with resonance. When challenges arise, you interpret them as signals rather than threats, and that perception alone keeps your frequency clear. Now that you understand what living in alignment truly feels like, the calm flow, the quiet self-trust, the release of all that fixing energy, let's close with the reminder that ties it all together. You were never broken, my friend. You were simply playing static on a station meant for harmony. Alignment isn't about becoming something new. It's about remembering who you already are beneath the noise. When you tune your energy to your highest frequency, life stops resisting you because you stop resisting yourself. The takeaway is simple. Misalignment is just information. Use it. When frustration appears, pause and adjust your dial with the techniques you learned. The feel it now to embody your desired emotion, the gratitude jump to lift vibration instantly, and the boundary check to protect your energy. These quick resets turn struggle into feedback and fear into guidance. Practice one of these methods today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it through frequency. Feel the state you want. Breathe into gratitude. Clear resistance. Even a minute of authentic alignment sends out a new broadcast that reality can respond to. If this message resonated, stay connected for more tools on vibration, alignment, and conscious creation. Subscribe and keep tuning with us so you can expand beyond limitation and live consistently at your natural high frequency. And remember, alignment isn't the destination. It's your native language. Speak it daily through awareness, emotion, and trust, and the universe will always sing the same melody back to you.